It's November 3rd, 11:26 p.m. Is it Target or Target? I went for a little walk tonight at the Target here in Olathe, get some exercise, get out of the house. Guess it's like 9 o'clock. Did 30 minutes, shop. I think I heard a couple of cracks. Got Mary and I'll fight him. Well, like Target, I will be the chairman for $1 billion a week. My paycheck will be $1 billion a week. Past due for every week since kindergarten diploma. Because of the bullshit. $1 billion a week because you're no different than everybody else, and my degrees and test scores make me different than everybody else, and I've never been respected for it anywhere. Now, I've never been disrespected by the police in a retail store. Been disrespected by the people in charge of the stores, and the headquarters have never called me back to sign me to a contract and acknowledge my greatness. So I will allow Target to acknowledge my greatness on national television with a contract. Same thing with Walmart, same thing with, whatever. Casey's, Dillard's, wherever I worked, every retail, Woolworths, And of course, Merrill Lynch owes me $1 trillion for the trespassing shit after my master's. See, there's different levels of life forms. They're called before high school diploma, after high school diploma, college degree in what from where, master's degree in what from where. It goes on and on and on. The beat don't stop till you rock and rock. Goes on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop. Anyway, many of these retail stores who I've had issues with, minimum wage for me is now $1 billion a week, and I'm 64 years old, and it's past due for every week since kindergarten diploma because of the punk ass disrespect. And it's true that I've never worked in a headquarters of a public company, and Video Corner was just a fucking goddamn fucking piece of shit to me. I owned it, I owned a lot of it, and they just treated me like shit. And the owners were lying to each other, feuding with each other, competition, the whole thing's just a big joke. The whole thing's just like, what are you going to do about it? I don't care. You go do something. If I get in trouble, they don't. It doesn't matter. Video Corner was privately owned. That's just between the owners, the real owners, and me and mom and dad. And as far as I'm concerned, it was all just a big fucking bunch of shit towards me. I could care less. And all the crap I experienced, listened to from dad, whoever the fucking lunatic was. Yeah, he was a probable murderer and identity thief. I believe it. And an idiot who had all these Ivy League degrees and shit. It was so fucking stupid, it's unfucking believable. I am the real fucking deal, babies. So Merrill Lynch, hand me your $1 trillion. Acknowledge me on national TV. Smith Barney, Payne Weber, hand me $1 trillion and acknowledge me on national television. Purdue, acknowledge me and my greatness in this Wilbur bullshit on national television. Purdue Cranard, 83 to 85. I just sat there in class and did what it took to graduate and just sat there in bewilderment and wondered, are these people serious? Is this fucking for real? Well, it was real. And I'm really minimum wage of $1 billion a week for me. That's the minimum wage for me. because my degrees and test scores and my experience and efforts. You see, people who never tried don't understand something, and they mouth off like this, I mean, but until you've actually tried to do something, done it, or tried, you just don't understand what's going on and the reality and the truth of it all. So it's like none of your fucking business, is it? But one share owns Merrill Lynch, one share of Bank of America owns Merrill Lynch. The disrespect since I was 16. Boom, boom, out go to light. Show me $1 trillion, punks. It doesn't matter what you like or want. I'm the only person that matters. I make the fucking goddamn what's. These people need to be fucking flunked off the goddamn planet. I can't believe it. Courthouse punks backing up to shit. Speaker license punks. It's just on and on. The list of punks goes on and on and on. Since the high school English teacher didn't give me an A because life's not fair, what are you going to do about it? The bullshit at Oklahoma State, transcript fraud, changing grades, mine worse, theirs better, fraud, class, IBM threats about IBM at graduation. When I wasn't even applying to work at IBM. IBM just paying me $1 trillion for that shit. Purdue Cranor, you can't. It's the efficient market theory. You can't make money in the stock market, and purpose of the company is to maximize stock owner value. Well, in the real world, it's all a bunch of shit, isn't it? It's just a bunch of fucking stupid ass shit. You're no different than everybody else. That's why I got to get paid $1 million a week for my degrees and test scores. And acknowledgement of the truth that it's all just a bunch of crap. So just say that I'm right. I've always been right. Right is right. And when right ain't right, something's very wrong. And all the stuff that's very wrong needs to be taken out in public on national TV. And it needs to be rectified. It needs to be, these wrongs need to be solved, issues addressed, and what's going on. So it's got to be punks. Mary? Who's Mary? Mary wants to be a superwoman and try to boss the bull around. But is that really all she wants? I like that Stevie Wonder song. And it must have been moon glow way up in the sky. It must have been moon glow. That moon glow brought me you. I put those songs up on my Facebook yesterday with my green jacket and monster Halloween hat on my Facebook. I like to put songs on pictures sometimes in my Shawnee Mission South 1979 graduation class songs. I look at the picture and think of songs that, what song, the picture makes me think of what song, or I see songs and that song would be good for this picture. So, One Last Cry. That was a great song, Brian McKnight. That was a great song. And Stevie Wonder had a lot of great songs. And seems like they used to say, since I'm a white person, I can't play songs by black people. And well, I'm not about, the song's good. I don't really pay attention to if it's black or white. But if you want to make an issue of it, we'll make an issue of it. And I played that song. They're great songs. Now the individuals are, some of them are black, some are white, some are Mexican, whatever they are. I don't fucking, maybe I personally wouldn't like them. Maybe they personally wouldn't like me. But, I'll acknowledge I like those songs. And it has, I don't have anything to do with the original artists or know them personally or anything. But the song that had, if I had $1 million, I'd get some Grey Poupon, buy me a monkey. I think we need to update that too. If my paycheck was $1 billion a quarter, I'd be among the richest people in the country. Grey Poupon, shit, I'd buy a few mansions. Real estate's a great investment. I wouldn't waste my money on monkeys. Maybe a few Playboy bunnies. You think I'm fucking crazy? Well, all this shit's made me somewhat crazy, hasn't it? I'm not guilty. Only the guilty have something to hide. I got nothing to hide. 'Cause I'm not guilty.